Hello students. So previous class we got to know about the reactions of metallic oxide with acids and the reaction of non-metallic oxide with bases. Today we shall see what do all acids and all bases have common. That means we shall see what are the common things that all acids have and what are the common things that all bases have. And students, we already know that all acids will generate hydrogen gas. Based on the activity that we have conducted previously, we came to know that the reaction between acids will surely generate hydrogen gas, isn't it? They will generate hydrogen gas. So all acids will surely generate hydrogen gas. So based on this, now we will see whether the compounds containing the hydrogen gas are acidic or not. So now we have to see compounds containing hydrogen gas, whether they are acidic or not. So all compounds, okay. So based on this, that all acids will surely generate hydrogen gas. We know this thing based on the activities that we have conducted previously. So based on this, now we will see whether all the compounds containing hydrogen gas, whether they are acidic or not. And to see this, to check this, we need to conduct an activity. And the activity will be 2.8 in your textbook, and the related figure to that activity will be 2.3, that is acid solution in water conducts electricity. So let us perform this activity and we shall see what are the common things that the acids and bases have.
What do all acids and bases have in common? Already we saw in activity 2 that all acids generate hydrogen gas on reacting with metals. So hydrogen seems to be common to all acids. Now we shall experimentally see the activity to investigate whether all compounds containing hydrogen are acidic. Activity. The aim of our activity is to determine whether acids conduct electricity in water or not. And the requirements are beaker, nail, rubber cork, battery, bulbs, dilute hydrochloric acid, glucose and alcohol. Step 1. Fix 2 nails on cork and place the corks on 3 breakers. Second step, connect the nails to the 2 terminals of a 6-volt battery through a bulb and a switch, as you can see here. So step 3, pour some dilute solution of hydrochloric acid, glucose solution and alcohol in the 3 beakers respectively and switch on the current. We can see the bulb starts glowing only which is attached to hydrochloric acid solution beaker, because acids conduct electricity but alcohol and glucose do not conduct electricity, so that bulb will not glow. Glowing of bulb indicates that there is a flow of electric current through the solution. So the electric current is carried through the solution by ions. Cations, that is H+ ion, is present in acid, so that acids produce hydrogen ion in solution, which is responsible for their acidic properties and conduction of electric current.
And through the activity, finally we can conclude that, students, so hydrogen gas can conduct electricity only in acid solution, nor in the basic solution. So hydrogen gas, it can conduct electricity only in acidic solution. Okay. So it does not conduct in the glucose solution or the alcohol solution. Hydrogen gas can only conduct electricity in the acidic solution. Okay. So that's about the activity 2.8. And now we will see one more activity that is to check what happens to an acid or a base in a water solution. So that means how do acids and bases react in the water solution, and to check this we need to conduct an activity, that is activity 2.9 in your textbook, and the related figure will be figure 2.2, that is the preparation of HCl gas. HCl means hydrochloric gas. So through this activity we shall see whether the H plus ions will be generated only in the acidic solution, that is only in the diluted, that is aqueous solution, or whether they will be generated without the aqueous solution also. So let us perform an activity to see whether H plus ion, that means liberation of hydrogen gas, will be possible in the water solution or not.
So, what happens to an acid or a base in a water solution? Already we learned acids produce H plus ions only in aqueous solution. Similarly, bases produce OH minus ions. Now let us see this experimentally. A. Preparation of hydrochloric gas from sodium chloride and sulfuric acid. Requirements for this activity are test tube, blue litmus paper, sodium chloride and sulfuric acid. Let us perform the activity now. Take some salt of sodium chloride in a clean and dry test tube and slowly add some concentrated sulfuric acid drop by drop. Observe the evolution of hydrogen chloride gas. Test the gas evolve successively with dry blue litmus paper and placing litmus paper at the tip of the test tube where vapors touch the paper. You can see blue litmus change to red. This experiment suggests that hydrogen ions in HCl are produced in the presence of water. The separation of H plus ion from HCl molecules cannot occur in the absence of water. Thus, acids give H3O plus or H plus aqueous ion in water. Similarly, bases gives OH minus ions in water. Now let us see what is happening when water is mixed with an acid or a base. The process of dissolving an acid or a base in water is highly exothermic, that means evolution of large amount of temperature. Mixing an acid or base with water results in decrease in the concentration of ions, that is H3O plus or OH minus per unit volume. Such a process is called dilution, and the acid or the base is said to be diluted.
And students, now we got to know that when acids are diluted, that means when acids are mixed with water, then they will surely generate H plus ions. And do remember one thing, if we are writing H plus ion, then it has to be written like this, H plus aqueous. Okay, this aqueous represents the ions, H plus ion, that means this hydrogen has been liberated only in the aqueous solution, liquid solution. Okay, so acids will generate H plus ion only in the aqueous solution. And one more thing students, this H plus ion, it is also known as H plus aqueous ion, it is also known as hydronium ion. It's a 1 mark important question, and in the examination it has been asked so many times. What are hydronium ions? Okay, the molecular formula for hydronium ion is H3O plus. Both are same. H plus aqueous solution and H3O plus. Both are the same. So what is meant by H plus aqueous ion? H plus ion or hydronium ion means if acids generate hydrogen ion in the aqueous solution, then it will be called as hydronium ion, and the molecular formula will be H3O plus. I repeat, what is hydronium ion? If the question, if it is what is hydronium ion, then you have to write if acids generate hydrogen ion hydrogen ion in aqueous solution. If acids generate hydrogen ion in aqueous solution, then it will be called as hydronium ion and the formula will be H3O+. Similarly, if bases, the bases will also generate OH minus ion only in the aqueous solution. So in both the cases, acid will generate H plus ion, bases will generate OH minus ion. But in both the cases, the thing is that water should be present. That means they should be in the aqueous form. So acid will generate hydrogen only in the aqueous solution. Acid will generate hydrogen only in the aqueous solution, whereas bases will generate OH minus ion only in the aqueous solution. And you have also come across our word dilution in the video, right? So what is this dilution? So let us see. Dilution, mixing an acid or a base. So mixing an acid or a base with water. With water results in decrease in concentration of ions, that is either H3O minus ion or OH minus ion per unit volume. This process is called dilution, and the acid or the base is said to be diluted. Even this is a 1 mark. All these three together, it has been asked for 2 marks in the annual examination. So what is hydronium ion and what is meant by dilution, and when is a substance will be called as diluted. So what is dilution? Mixing an acid or a base. So either we will mix acid with water. If we are mixing acid with water, what will happen? You might have seen in your home. If it is a pure acid, it will generate more smoke, more heat, and the reaction will be very vigorous. But if the acid is mixed with water, the reaction will be slow and it does not react that much effectively, right? And that is nothing but dilution. So mixing of acid. So why is that? What happens when mixing the water with the acid? What did the water do there? The water reduces their concentration. Concentration is nothing but the power of the acid or power of the base. So by mixing the water with acid, if we mix the acid with water, it will result in the decrease. Decrease means reduction. So it will reduce the concentration of the ions. So concentration of the ions of both if it is acid or if it is base. If it is acid, it will reduce the concentration of H3O minus ion. Okay. If it is acid, if you are mixing water with acid, it will reduce the concentration of acid, that is by H3O minus ion. But if you are mixing a base with water, then the concentration of the base will be reduced by the reduction in OH minus ion. So if it's the case of acid, H3O minus ion will be decreased, and whereas if it is base, then OH minus ion will be decreased. So and that how it will be increased per unit volume, and that process is nothing but the dilution. And that acid, after mixing water, it will be said as diluted acid, and the base will be said as diluted base. Okay students, I hope now you have got clearly understand about the dilution and diluted process. Just in simple terms, if acid is mixed with water, then it will result in the reduction of the concentration of the acid, that is by H3O minus ions per unit volume. This is called dilution. If it is for base, mixing a base with water results in the decrease of the OH minus ions. This is nothing but the dilution of a base, and the base is said to be diluted base. Okay students? So today we have gone through about the two reactions by conducting two activities, and also we have learned about the hydronium ion. Do remember about these words? Hydronium ion is nothing but the dilution of the acid, that is a liberation of H plus ion in the aqueous solution is called hydronium ion, whose formula is H3O plus, and bases will generate OH minus ion in the aqueous solution, and hence go through the topic today, explained very well, and you remember all these points in the point of view of examination. So in the further content will be continued in the next class. Thank you.